Everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie. I'm French and I love crafting. Today I want to make ephemera from book pages. So this is my glue book, which we can use as well. I've selected a couple of different books. So you have an atlas. I have this, which came, well, it's more a piece of paper than a book page, but it is paper. I've selected a French vintage magazine. I have some pages from a mechanical, sorry if I bumped into you, mechanical encyclopedia. And if required, we'll take some more paper out. So let me just get a few pages out because we probably won't need all of them, depending on how well I do and how many I can make. For this particular paper, I have actually already pre-glued 2 pages to one, because otherwise it would be too flimsy. So I'm gonna get a couple of pages out, and I do that before tearing pages out because it's easier. Then we have a vintage atlas, but a normal atlas will do just as well. Let's pick a couple of pages. Not these ones, because I'm going to use these to make resin piece I think in my next video, because somebody has asked me to make some more ephemera with resin. So I will do just that. Let me just get the pages out. Well, we have one more. Okay. And this is intended to be my glue book for today. It's an antique magazine, actually. It might not show because the paper is very white, but it's very common in France to find them. So therefore I have no trouble in using the paper. So let's just take a couple of paper and use the rest as a glue book, which will then become ephemera as well. So let's take a book page. There we go. This is thick, but not that thick. And I think I'm just going to make an envelope with it, like a policy envelope. For that purpose, I'm going to fold it. It's probably 1/3, I suppose. And then I'm just going to fold over the other side. You know, if it matches, it matches. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This is old, therefore sometimes it is not completely printed straight. So just going to fold it correctly. I've made this before, but I use them, so I don't have many left. I could use, actually I could put this one like this. Do I want this as my front or as my back? This is what I need to decide. Well, there's the other side looking like. I think I want that side to be the front. Okay, so I'm just going to flip what is going to be my flap. And I'm going to burnish it. Oh, see what I mean? Sometimes the paper does what it wants. And this I'm actually going to fold on the back. So this will be the bottom of my envelope. There. Scissors. I'm gonna get, which scissors? Maybe the small ones, because I don't need any big ones. There they are. And I'm just going to trim the bottom so that it doesn't become too bulky. Now I'm going to reopen my envelope. This is obviously going to be my flap, but I want to reinforce it with these 2 pieces on the side. So what I am going to do, and actually I do need bigger scissors, there we go, is I'm going to maybe if I ink it, it will be easier for you to see what I'm doing. Let's do that. So as you can see, I have a straight line here, and I don't want a straight line anymore. So I'm just going to cut it at an angle up to bottom, the end, the edge. And I'm just going to do the other side in the same way. This is just so you can see. You can then decide to ink or not ink. Okay. What I'm now going to do, I'm going to glue these two pieces onto my flap. So just put them as they sort of were. By cutting them at an angle, I make like easier to pick up whatever you put inside. Come on, stay straight like this. And then my envelope is reinforced. It doesn't matter that these two are not coming at an angle. This is up to you if you want to do it. I don't mind, so I will just leave them like this. I'm first going to finish my flap, so I'm going to round the corners. I could also make them straight and sort of a diagonal, but I prefer them rounded. This is just a personal choice. So, have I done exactly the opposite of what I said I was going to do? Yes, I did, because this is not going to be the front, it's going to be the back. Well, it is what it is. I'm just going to fold this the other way then. That's okay. Well, you know, when you're talking, sometimes your mind can only do one thing at a time. Although I'm a woman and I should be able to do more than one thing at a time. I guess it depends what things. This is how we are wired. So I am inking all the parts that will show. There. I will quickly ink the back as well. See the lovely marks on the paper. This is one of my favorite books to use. So back to the front. We are going to, we can actually use the glue stick. Just going to glue our flaps. And I want this part above this one. So I'm just going to put some glue here. And I'm also going to be putting some glue here. There. So now let's just fold everything back into place. And lastly, I'm going to glue my little flappy thing. There we go. And we do have an envelope. Let me put the glue stick away. I have prepared somewhere, this is me getting organized. I've prepared a little tray with all the things that I want to use, or can use, or some, because I might come up with something else. So I have washi stickers, I have stickers, I have, not washi stickers, washi tape. Then I have Tim Holtz curator thingies. I have some of the little envelopes we made during the 100-day project. I have washers, I have stamps, I have a couple of buttons, I think. And I have some of the postcard little punches that we made yesterday. So I assume you saw that my yesterday video only went up today. And I'm really, really sorry. I thought it was YouTube, but we actually have some internet issues. And we've had them for the last week, I would say. So these are my little punch that I want to use. Okay? And while I'm speaking of that, this is the punch that I couldn't find yesterday, which I really like and do use all the time. So it makes a wheel like this. That's creative. There we go. So I'm going to put my little tray over there. Maybe I can make some more space. There. Glue book, envelope. Now let's come up with something cute. I am going to need some, well, I had a picture there. Looks cute, right? Gold medal from 1953. Well, you know, it was there. I think it's a sign, so let's just ink it a little bit. Okay, I have things that not everybody might have. It doesn't matter. You can stick anything that you want. You can have pictures. You can have a piece of a magazine, something that you find pretty. You can have a sticker. You can do all sorts of things, or a piece of another book page. Really, the limit is your imagination. So don't think because I have stuff that you don't have, or maybe don't have, that you can't do it. You can do it with absolutely anything. Okay, there we go. This one is cute. I would like to add there some washi tape, but of course I have a washi tape in mind that is not the one that I have on my desk, because otherwise, how fun would that be? Well, I'm going to use this one. This is the first time I have this one. It's the ideology one. I didn't have that one. Got it quite recently. I was looking for the thin one, but no, it's on my desk. It's just a matter of where. But this one will be lovely as well. And what I want to do is just put it all around my envelope. Had it been the smaller one, what I would have done probably is go around here with one and then go around here with another one. But, you know, we do what we have. And sometimes it just means that it's going to look better. So who minds? Not me. Like this. Up. Well, this one is too long. Too long? No, it's not. And I've lost the beginning of the tape. So yeah, I'm really sorry about my videos being late, but they're uploaded beginning of the afternoon. Well, that's what I try to do. Normally it works fine, but these days it takes over 24 hours. So I know that my videos are long, but they've always been long, so that's not a reason. So yeah, I hope today will get better. The phone company just informed us of the issues. Could have done it before, you know, took them a week. And I thought I was a really, really crappy YouTuber then. It's also true that I make my videos a bit late and that I could prepare them the day before. But at the moment, that is just not feasible. So I do with what I have. Isn't that gorgeous already? I think so. So, oopla, what could we add to it? We have lots of little bits and bobs. Small label. But not green. I don't want green. Sophie, don't take too much time. It doesn't make sense. And you don't have a specific one in mind. And this is just the same in a different color, but I like it better. Okay. Like this. And maybe a stamp of some sort. A postal stamp. Should remember to specify, because this is the French way of saying stamps. Well, they're all the same as the one that I have today, but they're lovely. They're Italian. Not sure from when they are. The 80s. So it's why I remember them, because my grandfather in Rome used to let me glue the postal stamps on the envelopes that he was sending for his business, and I loved it. He had a little sponge, a round thing with an orange sponge. I even remember the color. And yeah, that was my absolute thrill of the stay. Not that we didn't do anything in Rome. I visited everything that you can visit in Rome. But yeah, that was a pleasure of mine. I'm not going to decorate the back, because this will most certainly be glued to something. I am, however, going to put a little Velcro closure there. So I'm going to put the woolly side on my finger and then on the bottom, sort of in the middle, removing the plastic, if I can, of the top piece, and then just closing my envelope. There you go. Some people do like to ink them. I'm not sure it will work. It sort of works. But I'm not, not thrilled. So this is how it goes. Do we want to put something here? Maybe a label of some sort. And of course I don't have my labels next to me. Let me get them very quickly. Flying across the room. It's in the box, and there I am. So here are various pieces of actually we could make it go a bit lower, couldn't we? We could. Or do we want something a bit more light? Maybe something lighter. Good. So that's one piece of ephemera made. So I think we'll have this on a weekly basis, a session of ephemera making, because I use a lot of them and I really like making big batches. There you go. Lovely. So that's one. Let's put it on the side. Let's grab another piece of paper. What do I want to do with this? It's rather thick paper. Ruler. I think I'm going to cut. What am I doing? I'm going to remove the white parts as best as I can. If I can. Let's try again. Yes, I can. And then this one. And then here. Actually, no, I don't need that part. So let's just... Okay. I'm going to make it sort of straight. And I did say sort of. Not keeping this because I have so many scraps like you won't believe. And maybe I couldn't pick up some to do something with them. So let's see if I make... Okay, I can do that. I want to make a little thing that closes with an eyelid here, but I want them not taller than this. So I'm going to do that. I want them sort of the same size. There we go. Taking my bone folder. I'm going to take a paper trimmer. Maybe I could make 3. So I'm going to do this. That's 1. And here are 2 and 3. So they're not exactly the same size, but it doesn't matter because they're not all going to be together. So, what do I want to do now? I want to run around the corners, these ones. I'll use this one. I was wondering whether I would use the bigger one, but I think that one will be fine. I am going to ink my little piece. You obviously don't have to ink if you don't like it, or if you just don't feel like it. There we go. Little crocodile, where did you go? So, found the bigger one and I found my crocodile. So I'm guesstimating the middle. And I will be guesstimating the other side as well. Okay. Ooh, not so bad. Not so bad. Eyelids. On the floor as usual. Can we put some color? Yes, we can. And what color? We can put yellow because there's yellow. 1 yellow, 2 yellows. There we go. So that's one. And that's 2. You can put little circles underneath if you want to. I decided to make this one very simple. We might make some more sophisticated ones afterwards. I don't know. I used to have a piece of thread on my desk. I do. So So I'm just going to take a piece of that up and put it like this. And just tie a loose knot. You can tie it as tight or as loose as you want. It's just for well, that's when you can make a bow, because I'm crap at it. There you go. Beautiful bow. Oh my goodness. There you go. Should be just a little bit better. Not quite, but so you have a piece here of ephemera to put some more ephemera in. Let me get a bunch just so that we can see what it would look like. That's if I picked up. Yeah, we do have. So these are pieces that are not finished, but basically you would do that. Okay, you could glue this in your journal and then just put as much ephemera as you want, or you could just put a lot of ephemera in. That would match the size. And then, you know, you can gift this, you can do whatever you want. Okay? So that is one made. You would obviously open the bow to take them out. It's just because I'm too lazy. Okay, let's put that on the side in case we need it again. So today I'm just going to make a variety of ephemeras, but in the coming sessions I might just focus on one type. These. So as I told you, I did the word is going to come. Glued them 2 to 1, and I think I'm going to make some tags, but not too long ones. I'm just trimming the side, and then, well, I'll just take the line, sort of. See, the paper is not straight, so that sometimes is difficult. Well, there we go. We have 2, and then maybe 2 library cards. Like this. Okay. Corner round for the library cards. So that's, yes, you can make small corners. Or you can make bigger corners. That's really a matter of taste. And sometimes when the paper is not straight, you'll just have to go for a bigger corner. Not even. Yeah, you see, that's the trouble with these papers. And the trimmer. Because I have that on a regular basis. See? And now that I found the rest, I've almost lost my scissors. So I'm just going to try to make this, which will not make it straighter by any means, because I'm not a good person to cut straight. But it will minimize the difference. And maybe, I think I will mess it up if I cut it again. Okay. There we go. And the other ones, I'm going to use the other little device, which is making straight diagonal edges. So we have a tag and we have another tag. I used dies a lot to make my tags before, either Tim Holtz's or others. And now I find it, I like to make them myself, because then they have different sizes and I can do what I want. And it actually takes less time. So I'm just going to ink it. And I need more than my bits and pieces. So I'm going to get some other types of ephemera. You can back this up with coffee dyed paper. It will also strengthen them. So I think we're going to do that as well. And we let it dry while I look for lovely images. Okay, I'm going to back them up with coffee dyed paper. In terms of bits and pieces, I've selected this pouch because it has labels and images and I don't know what else. Matchboxes, tops. That's a good thing to use. Then I have selected this that came from a book on flowers and plants that I never use, so I should definitely use them. These are my paintings, you know, coming from art books. And I have also picked up this that we made together, which is a scrap holder from a previous project. And I have lots of bits and pieces that I can use, and I also have some scraps that I can make use of as well. Okay, so nothing too fancy. I'm going to put it here. This is going to stay on my knees, and the other pouch is where I can reach it as well. So I have glued my ephemera, so nothing complicated there. I'm just going to cut around them. That's if I can reach my scissors. Yeah, there at the back. So nothing fancy there. Nothing complicated. Just follow the borders, the edges. I say border because in French the word is bord. So, you know, the English has still not come back completely. So it will, in time it will. Hopefully. I think so. Okay, so there you have a tag. Mine are not dry, which is why they're not flat, but you could put them under a book and then they would get flatter. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the rest and I'll be back up. So all my pieces are ready. I have the ephemera. So let's just go with it. First, oh, we have a butterfly. So we have some mixed ephemera. So we have, yeah, postal stamps, matchbox tops, something, mushrooms. I see a bird. I see lace. So I'm just picking up random things. There we go. There was something at the back as well. There we go. So let's just see what we can use of that. We have a picture. That's a smaller tag. Mushroom. Okay. Okay. What do I want? I want to make use of this because it is ripped. I think I can get away with this. Like this. What else? Well, this is a Tim Holtz thing. We have a label. What do we have? We have a mushroom. We have a bigger mushroom, actually. If we did that. Well, that could be. Just have to lower it. Yep. That's. I'm going to try to ink it just a little bit. I found this on a flea market. There was a whole album of them. Oh, I've just used you seconds ago, so. So not as high as I first did. You, Sophie, come on. How can that be? How can I lose things that fast? Yeah, I can use a glue stick for this one. And place it somewhere there. Then the label. June, tu l'écrases. June is on Sammy. She is laying on him. He's 3 kilos, she's more than 30. And that's a cat. Sam, tu arrêtes? You're making too much noise, my dear. Was that my mushroom? I suppose it was. This blue butterfly really wants to come on a piece of paper. So I think I will comply. There you go. And we have a tag, which we can now punch a hole in. And I lit. First one that comes. Still can't see the color. Well, it'll be a surprise. You're black. Whoop! You were black. Where are you? You're gone. I will find you later, I presume. You're not in my trousers, are you? No. Okay. So that apparently was not meant to be. Let's dig again. And what I will do is I will do that. So that I don't need to go and get my box all the time. Thing is, I know myself and I know they will stay there afterwards. So we have a blue one. There. We have a lovely tag. Now, here, a library card. Do we want something from here? That one is lovely. What are you chewing? Something. Not sure what it is. But it looks like a dog thing, so that's okay. June, tu le laisses tranquille. Because now she's going to want to get it from him. June, sors de là. June, sors de là. Allez, oust. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is what you used to get in school. It's an antique. It was, we call it good marks. So if you had behaved well, you were entitled to one of these. June, sors de là. And this was the 43rd exhibition of automobile. Let me see. I don't know. I'm not sure. No, not a mushroom. These are Sudoku solutions. I love them. I just glue them on cardstock and I do some things like this. I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied. Why? I think it's the image that is causing me problems. And I need to sort that. June, sors de là, dépêche-toi. Tu le laisses tranquille. C'est pas possible. So do I have some small... that's not painting. What is this? What is this? It's hard to find tiny paintings because I usually buy the books that have big ones on purpose. Let me see. Let me see. So it's going to be something different. All that. Don't know why I'm wasting so much time. Don't know why. Nope. I think it's going to be about. Would you please finish your thing because you're chewing. It's annoying, sweetie. Wow. I tried talking and that didn't go well. Today I'm supposed to go and pick up Charlotte, Chacha, from the vet. So I'm just waiting for a phone call. No. Wet wipe, wet wipe, wet wipe. It's missing something. Oh my God. Don't know where I want it. Maybe here. Okay, that's the library card done. You have another one. Is this one bigger? It is. So I think you can go there. What about you if you were inked? No. No, no. Let's see if we have another label. Well, we do have other labels for sure. But do we have one that I actually like? I'm not sure that's very relevant. It's about vegetables. Oh, we have one of the labels that we made in May, was it? Maybe a smaller one. No. 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 Still no. Yeah. Better. We'll see. I don't want you to fall. Okay. Confidential. I was wondering why, I think I talked about it, on French postcard. We had so many for the April Fools, and they mostly of these ancient postcards have antique postcards have fish on them. And then, don't know why, just now I remembered that when Christians were persecuted in the Roman Empire, they used a secret sign to recognize each other. They would throw fish in the sand. So I guess that's where it comes from. Yeah, sometimes I do have some sort of epiphany, and I figure some things out. What do we have here? If you were the right way up, that'd be better. We have some of these. We have some photo. That's an advertisement. Oh, here we have small images. We have a number. Very useful. Piece of postcard. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to use a lot of them today. Oh, what do I see? A fish. A Tim Holtz curator label. And a bird. And I think that's enough. Well, it's almost all of it, so that's bound to be enough. So, my friend, you still haven't used what I had prepared, huh? And these are antique food stamps from the First World War. Oh, I had met butterflies. There were multi-layers. It's a special bunch. Let me see. So that's one part. Here you have 3 different parts. And I suppose that you do put them like this. And then you can sort of fold them like this. And then just glue them in the middle. And you have a multi-layer butterfly. Shall we do that? I've never used them. And I think it's the first time I even punched with it. So these were postcards. So that's another punch I should have added to my demonstration yesterday. But yeah, didn't think of it. So that's a part of what oh, I just think this one. Yesterday we went shopping with my eldest daughter and she picked up a product that you put in your washing machine, and it makes your laundry smell so nice. The thing is, we found out that I can't stand it. I don't mind the smell when it's in the dry laundry, but if I smell it like this, I just cough and cough and cough. And that has been bothering me since yesterday. My God. Oh. Okay. Let's do it again. So I'm just going to glue that part, and I'll wait until it's dry. Actually, this part maybe I could glue a bit more. Which is good because I haven't glued the rest, right? Sophie! Well, we'll have to figure something out, because my butterfly is going there. So, now that we do have a butterfly, we're going to change what we were going to do. Because that's fun. Yeah. Okay. Are you a sticker or are you not a sticker? Will I find out? I think you're not a sticker. Oh yes, you are a sticker. Sticker or non-sticker, that's the question. Ha 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 ha. I knew it. Should know it, I bought it, so. Can I still do something with that? No, I can't, because it's not yet. Then I can. Oh, on the same side. No, you're too big. And I think I want another tiny label. Yeah. So let's ink it a little bit. There we go. Not inking it. Okay, so is our little butterfly dry? Seems to be. So there we go. It is rather cute, isn't it? Yeah, okay. But I was wondering whether I was going to punch a hole, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we've used our book page. What else did we have? So we've made Atlas, we've made the physics one, or how's it called? I can't remember. We've used them all, haven't we? I think we have. So maybe we can use this bit of paper, which was coming from it's a game, a puzzle that you would gather through whatever product you bought. And then you had the map of France. I'm not going to use that. I think I'm going to use it as a cover at one point. I think that's a good idea. So we need some other sort of book page. What do I see on my desk? Book page. That came from an embroidery book. And we certainly could make maybe ink books. Let me see. I need to cut. It's too big. It's too big. So I'm going to have to cut a little portion there and there. And hopefully, yes, no, still not. Okay. Not. Okay. Good. Now it should work, shouldn't it? Did I bump into you again? Yes, I did. Sorry. Okay. If we want to make ink boxes, we need to have them three. So that's one. That's two. I will back them up because it's too thin of a paper. One, two, and this one is too small. Yeah. So that would be a lovely scrap. Okay, so I'm going to do some coffee dyed paper at the back. I'll just need to decide which side will be the back and which side will be the front. And I'll be back when it's done. So they are now glued on coffee dyed paper. I've inked them, rounded the corners, put a bit of ink on it as well because they were really, really white. And I think that's all I've done. So let's see what we can do with them. That is too big, I assume. Or not. I could actually like this with some of bits and pieces from yesterday. Like one here. And one here. I could even cut one and make two, sort of. Let's see, never done this, so let's see how it turns out. Well, it turns out not to be straight, that's for sure. Maybe I should cut two then. No, that's the other way around. But then I could have another one. Okay. Let me first glue my little how do you call this, schematics, I don't know. Better with glue. So sort of in the middle. Okay. Well, if I didn't have ink before, I can assure you I have some now. So I admire how people use tweezers. It's complicated. I can't use tweezers. So which side is the... Not bad. Not bad at all. I should have thought of that a long time ago. Which one is the straightest? I think that one is. Yes. Just wondering where the other part has disappeared now. It's there. Found it. I'm not trying to make them symmetrical, if you're wondering. I actually really, really like this. I don't think it needs more. I think that's fine like this. Yay me! Yay! We have another one. We have some other images. Will I manage to put this one? Yes, I will. I will. With what? We still have that blue butterfly that desperately wants to go on something. And maybe a small postal stamps. Do I have any blue ones here? Pretty sure I do. There you go. But you're not that small, are you? But you're okay. We can put the butterfly up. I think this one is from Gina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I printed some of her digitals, but I can't quite get around using them. The background papers are lovely, but you know me and digitals, except Margaret's ones. It's complicated. Real simple, this one, but real cute. I'm wondering, but just wondering, I know I have a couple of buttons here. No. We could do that. My glue gun is on strike. It needs to be charged. And my daughter borrowed the charger. And it never came back, so I don't know where it is. So here, lovely one with a button. So we have 2 more of these. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. I'm going to round the corners. Do I round them the same? I want to try to round them a bit less, and we'll see how that goes. If it looks good or not. Oh, come on. I think it looks fine. Postcards. Can't live without them, I'm telling you. Yes, I like that one. What if I actually made this how it's supposed to be? Nice to see that some teachers has cutting skills as bad as mine. Okay. I'm not even sure we need something else, to be honest. I think I just want it like this because I like it like this. Cute. Last one of these. Sam, stop. You're making too much noise. I do have bigger stamps than these. What do I want to do? I don't know. Postcard again. Okay, I'm mixing everything up now. Oh, I made star as well. I made some stars some time ago. True, I still have that stamp as well. That punch as well. More butterflies. Do we want to make another butterfly? Let's see. Oh, we have lovely colors. I'm missing a part. Which is this one? That didn't cut through. Let me see if I have a top part of a butterfly. Oh, come on. Come on, make my day. Let me make a second butterfly. But you know what? I have my box. Where is it? It's here. A box with more postcard thingies. You see the paper I showed you before? These were the pieces that you needed to gather. And I got a full box of these and I used them. I glue them in there, pockets or tuck spots or whatever you want. You can use lots of game pieces in journaling, I think. I have 2 big drawers full of them. And I do need to put some on my desk on a permanent basis, because I forget to go and grab them. Lots of little stars. Lots of little stars. No butterflies. Okay, so I guess we won't have a second butterfly today. I will need to punch some more. Well, oh, isn't this a gorgeous tag? I love it. I love it. There we go. Bye-bye, little box. So let's see what else we have aside from not having butterflies. I'm stubborn, and you can see I'm stubborn because I'm still scrolling. What else do we have? We have little flowers, stars. Oh, we have stickers. We haven't used stickers, have we? So we could, I suppose, use a sticker or 2. What a shame. What a shame. Okay, I'll put them on the side. Okay, so I said a sticker. Do I want that one or do I... Nyah, nyah, nyah. I found one. I found one. So we have a butterfly. Yes. Let's define our butterfly. Yeah, I'm gonna have it. So butterfly it is. I'm in love with them. I am in love with them. Never thought I'd be using them. Don't know why I bought the punch in the first instance. Probably because we don't find many books with drawings of butterflies or nice ones, and you know, I wanted to try and make some myself, I guess. And then never did. It's a Nikkei tool punch that I have, which I can show you if you want. I know it's somewhere there. Number 2. And then whatever I will put on will be, because I think I like them with the butterfly. Number 2. Oop. There. And number 3. Maybe I'm too low, maybe you're not seeing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't talk, Sophie. Although, yeah, you're making a video, I know. But think. And we're going to let it dry. In the meantime, the bunch is with the other bunches. Who knows? doesn't seem to be like it's there. No, it is not with the other ones. Well, I make sure I can show it to you sometime. Because at the moment, I don't know. Saw it yesterday though. So it is somewhere in my stash. You dry? Yes, you are. So I'm gonna glue you. Question is where? Where do I want to glue you? Here? Oh, here? I'm gonna try here. So I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm going to look for something to put. Now, this is the tiniest prayer card I've seen, and it's a glossy paper, thick paper. Yeah, you finally found a friend. And that's a butterfly. Lucky you. So shall we make resin pieces on Thursday? I think so. I think so. We could have some brown tape on this one. Ah, come on. Okay. Okay. I'll put you back. Come on. There you go. You know what I could have used to make these ephemera? The mini people from Tim Holtz, which I've still not used. I think I want to make some clusters with them. I think. We do have one piece here. We do have one piece here. And I think that's it. This is a cutie. We're going to free the wings of the butterfly. And how cute is that? That is lovely. Very happy. Let's look at what we've done. I've just realized that my sorry, my camera was not in the right angle, so that you don't necessarily see the bottom of my ephemera. I apologize for this, and I will make sure that it doesn't happen again. Hope you don't mind too much, and we'll come back. So we've made this gentleman inkbox card with a beautiful butterfly. We've made this from a piece of postcard, again an ink, I can't say it, so I'll stop, a box. We've made this one with our butterfly and a very heavy button. This one with bits that we cut off from the punches we made yesterday. Another butterfly with a lovely picture. A library card with a lovely picture. Another one. A tag. A thingy holder for ephemera. And a lovely envelope. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and that you'll be back on Thursday for a video where we will make pieces of ephemera with resin. So in the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.